Yeah, I think the government policies are putting a massive burden on the younger generation. There's a pressure to provide for your future, but also for the future of the elders. Everyone's living longer, and you are realising that you'll live longer. You'll have to support yourself for an even longer amount of time than previous generations have, and there isn't the support from the government for you that out there anymore. It's a lot of pressure on you now to think about when you're 80 or 90 or 100.
I think that my generation, which was post-war baby boom, have had a much better chances in life than, for example, my children who are in their 30s, and goodness knows what will happen to my grandchildren.
The problem is that older generations were lucky because they didn't have to pay for a lot, but they weren't just lucky, they've sort of kept it all for themselves anyway. They haven't given anything back, which is a problem.
I had free education, I had student grants and free fees paid when I was at university. I got decent pension. I was able to stop work when I was 60 to receive a pension. I've not got student loans to pay off. I think what we're doing to our young people is punitive and quite wicked.
The sort of health profile is changing, with people developing more and more chronic conditions and multiple conditions. So, the cost of the NHS to maintain all of that is going to balloon. So it's not sustainable, I think, in terms of the amount of money we've got in the public purse. And then obviously the sort of employment situation. So while supporting all the older people, there's the issue of limited employment opportunities at the moment as well. People leaving university with loads of debt. So the situation our parents are in, who are happily retired now with pretty well off compared to now, and particularly I think the current generation who are in university, I think is vastly different.
Yeah, I believe it's all focused towards older people because there aren't enough young people. They're disenfranchised and they're disengaged. There aren't enough young politicians telling them that they can make changes, and so that means a generation of people don't believe that their voice is ever going to get heard.
Poverty in Britain is not in any way focused on the old. It's focused on young working families. That's where poverty in Britain is now, and I think government needs to focus on this in policy and do something about it.
The only way you could potentially do it is like bring the voting age down to 10 years old, maybe, so that there are enough young voters, so that there is the opportunity for them to outweigh the older voters. Because obviously, with so many older people, they dominate everything that political parties are, all the policies that they're working on. So I don't know. The vote for 10-year-olds.